in their case, I think they were still like a piece or two away from like really being any sort of postseason threat. But I like them picking up JJ Redick from the Pelicans. What was your thoughts on that?
Man, it's a solid pickup. Straight shooter. He's a good
Mm-hmm.
locker room guy. Like I never heard nobody have no real problems with JJ Redick. He's
Mm-hmm.
a, he he's kind of like a glue guy. I could see that being a dope fit for them.
For sure, for sure. I just think they just for some reason, I mean, it seemed like they was lacking offense around like Luka and KP, like surefire offense. Like, I know they had cats that could score, but it's like they were still missing like a guy that can catch and shoot and come off the screens. Just you know sharpshooting, man. It just seemed like they was missing that. I mean, I think that's what they lost when Seth Curry went down. So I like that pickup by the Mavericks, though.
Real
Uh,
talk.
yes, sir.
You see KP, that poster he just did.
Nah, I missed that totally, man.
He murked Isaiah Roby. I don't know who that dude is, but it was versus the Thunder. Bro, it's like, why do y'all keep jumping? My bad. I always get caught up on some random stuff.
Oh, you good, bro? This is what current events is about. Because this is news to me.
Oh,
You know what? He's been doing that all year, bro. Like he's been catching bodies like quietly all year, man. I remember a few weeks back he called Vucevic, man, on a tip dunk, and I got irritated. I'm like, man, look at this dude, man. Like
them tip dunks be cheating though, man. Because it's like
God.
the dude going for the rebound closest to the rim has no clue.
No clue, no chance.
Guys like skying 15 feet in the air, shit, about to bang all on the back of their neck. Pause. That was crazy. But
man, that's funny.
But that's how it always goes, bro. And then the dude that dunks on him off the tip, they be trying to talk shit. And it's like, bro, he was unsuspecting. Like if he jumped with you chest to chest and you murk him, yell in his face, let him know. But if his back is turned, bro, don't do all that.
Right, like just nonetheless, these guys be signing their own death warrants, man. Jumping like that. I just be like, look up all this, say cheese.
Man.
Oh man. That's too funny, man. But nonetheless, man, we got a couple more transactions to recap real fast. A sneaky one I didn't see, man. Even though his name was floated around heavily. We just I remember we've talked about Victor Oladipo in several recent episodes, but it's like we had no clue where he was going to possibly land at, man. I know we floated Dallas around, Philly around, but I'm very impressed with that move that Miami pulled off to get him.
Yes, sir.
But bro, Houston, like WTF, like all you got to show for a James Harden trade now is Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk. That is sad, bro. They could have had Karis LeVert still. Like,
it's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh my god, like, bro, that's how bad and how fast it can like end for you, bro. Like, me, I was harbored on Orlando, like pulling that trade off that, ship out Depot and Sabonis for Ibaka, and eventually that turned it into Terrence Ross. That pales in comparison to coming away with Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk, bro, for James Harden after all these deals, man. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's the disastrous, bro. I don't even know how they can have any faith in the GM. Like, bro, Daryl Morey was doing work with them, and then they just trade him. Did they trade him, or they just let him go?
They just let him go, bro. He technically he resigned.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
go. And it's like, man, that's another thing I don't like. That pressure of we gotta do this, other than for this team we about to talk about. But when it's a team like how the Rockets were constructed, like, bro, y'all are going crazy. But the fact that you don't like get past the Warriors, bro, when they had KD, like that's understandable. Like sometimes you gotta live with that shit. Or whatever the hell else happened. They got the end of the freak Chris Paul injury. That hindered y'all, nigga. Like, don't make it like it's anybody's fault. So to just blow shit up the way they did it, this is all their fault, bro. Because if they didn't do Morey and D'Antoni like that, then Harden wouldn't have won it out like that.
Yeah, man, that's just disturbing, bro. You go from being a fringe like Western Conference Finals contender to like the basement, and I feel bad for Steven Silas, man. It's almost like he came in like got hired with a totally different like team versus what it's now been decimated into, man. Like, and it's
Facts,
sad, bro. I feel bad for that
100%.
dude.
Because they're gonna fire him like it's his fault next. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
man, what the hell are y'all on, bro?
Right. I'm like, you like, bro, you basically handed this man like a rusted out shotgun that, that has a 50% chance of fire whenever you pull the damn trigger. And you expect him to like win a gunfight with that, bro? You expect him to like take out like 10 targets with that? Come on, bro. Like, no, no, man. And oh, God. And I'm not even going to get off into like the whole like Steve Nash hiring versus Steven Silas hiring, man. I'm not even going to get off into that right now. I'm going to leave that for another episode and debate. But I'm gonna focus more so on the Heat here, man. I like that pickup for them, man, to bring able to bring in not only just Depot but Trevor Ariza too, and you still got
Yeah,
Hero and Robinson, man. That's impressive, yo.
that's a squad, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if that's enough to, dethrone the perceived favorites, but I definitely like those moves. But I think they got enough pieces to at least make it interesting. But if there's
Facts.
anybody I think that's got the weapons to knock them off, I think Miami's got the best shot out of all the other teams right now in the East.
Yeah, man. Did the Bucks make moves?
Bucks, the only thing they had was PJ Tucker coming into the deadline. They made a couple of, like underwhelming like ones. Like I know they made a trade that basically like I know they sent away Torrey Craig for like basically like $100,000 in cash. Didn't quite understand that move, but and it was another move that they had made too, involving like sending out DJ Augustine. It was like kind of like one of those salary dump deals. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, like
it
they
just
was
wasn't
gonna
enough like
move,
the yeah,
like
it
they
just
was
wasn't enough
gonna
like to
move.
move the needle necessarily.
I feel you, man. Man, if the 76ers get healthy, I still like them in the playoffs.
Yeah, man, but and which I do like
Definitely.
that George Hill pickup because I definitely think they needed another like veteran point guard man to give them a different look. I definitely like them picking up George Hill. Um, and which I mean the other guys that kind of like were associated with that deal. I mean, the only other notable name really was Austin Rivers getting shipped out with the from the Knicks and going to the Thunder. So now at this point, my man is just like a journeyman at this point for sure.
Yeah, bro. You know what move I liked? The trade
Hmm.
Norman Powell, bro, to the Blazers.
Yeah, I definitely like that one, even though that gives them another small guard that's a liability on defense. But as far as firepower goes, that's impressive, man.
Yeah. He was a baller on Raptors and he went crazy last year, even though
Yeah.
they didn't move shit.
Got to shout out to Masai Ujiri, man. You don't flip the assets when the iron's hot, and like, hey, we can't pay this guy, and he's having a career season. Make a move, don't lose him for nothing, man. That's the name of the
Yes,
game.
sir.
You got to stay two steps ahead, man.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, man, definitely some wild stuff there, man. Next one, man, the point guard swap. I kind of sense that this might have been a possibility, especially when they started, like the rumor started up about them trying to angle for him. Man, Clippers finally got their point guard in Mr.
Yeah.
Rondo. And something told me like when the talk had to be about Rondo, I knew for a fact I'm like Lou Will's out, bro. He has to be the odd man out in that scenario, especially with the whole like lemon pepper fiasco from Magic City fiasco from the whole like. I'm like,
Fiasco.
I'm
That's
just
hilarious.
saying, yeah,
But
you know what
yeah,
I mean.
it was a fiasco just because of the COVID protocol
That's
type
it,
stuff.
right? The shenanigans.
Yeah. Man,
um,
hopefully he get back to balling for the Hawks.
well, he's back home now, man. The Hawks are still young. I think he could definitely help them out with providing veteran leadership. Um, I don't know what it is with the Hawks, man. It's like it's something's missing with them, man. And I don't know if it's like they got to grow up a little bit more. You got the right kind of vets. You got Capella. You got Lou Will now. Maybe Lou Will might be enough to help them like mature and grow up, man. And definitely got to get it right with the coaching too, man. I know Nate McMillan's the dude now, but they got to make a choice, man. Either commit to Nate or bring in a qualified candidate, man. But
Hey man, when he came in, didn't it go like 8-0 or some shit?
they did pull off a couple of wins right after they dismissed Lloyd Pierce and brought in McMillan. So
McMillan's a beast, bro. I think he
he's
should definitely keep that job, but they
mm-hmm,
should have been ones moving, bro.
for
John
sure.
Collins, or I mean, they got to make that choice. That same choice we talked about earlier in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
That's right,
clash in the
man.
team. You got to
Mm-hmm.
choose who you want to build with.
That's a fact, man. But I think for them, it's like I think they're kind of hamstrapped, bro. You can't bail on Trey Young at this point, and here's why: you drafted Luka Doncic, you traded him for Trey Young.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm just leaving it at that. Like, if you bail
It's
on Trey Young and you don't get like a dynamo in return, bust. Pause.
it's crazy, but at the same time, man, I like Trey Young, bro. I think
I
he
know
can
you do,
pan out
bro.
to be nice, bro. I think it's just that same stuff, that same scenario you was talking about with Aaron Gordon on the Magic. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's like if you competing with a person on your team, like you're not gonna get the best out of that player.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact,
Like
man.
I don't know, like I wonder if the beef will reveal this is similar to like Jason
Mhm.
Kidd and Jimmy Jackson or Jim Jackson on the
You think
Mavs.
they out there? They got a Tony Braxton. Let me see today. That might be the equivalent of maybe like a Doja Cat, like in a mix between the two or something.
Doja Cat. That's crazy. But
Nah, I couldn't think of
maybe
nobody
who
else.
knows? Cause like what caused the beef, bro? I'm just wondering about that.
Yeah, something's in there, and I think Lloyd Pierce might have been a casualty of that beef too, man. Like inexperienced coach, not being able to handle that scenario. And I think that's another reason why they need to stick with Nate McMillan, man, just to be able to manage that mess.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but yeah, I don't know, man. Like I think the ascension of Luka might be factoring on Trey Young's development too, bro. Like I got faith for the kid, man, but it's just something about his game, man. It doesn't scream like sustainable long term, man. But I might be wrong, man, because I felt that way about Curry on his career when he was having ankle issues, and he definitely proved me wrong like hell. So
Yeah.
you know, to
But
to be
yeah,
seen with the Hawks.
with on the flip side of the trade with Rajon Rondo going to the Clippers, man, that sounds fire on paper because we just saw
Mhm.
how he performed with the Lakers.
Yeah.
But the big difference is he bought in, bro, because we've seen him on other teams where he didn't give a shit. The Bulls,
Hmm.
the Pelicans. You can like, come on, bro. I mean, hopefully it works. But I
I
could
and
see
I'm gonna be very blunt with you here, sir. Kaboom! It's over for the Clippers. It's over.
oh shit.
Wrap curtains.
Hey,
I'm calling it bust. That whole this experiment with the Clippers, it's over, bro. It is
bro.
over. I'm talking like Vince Carter dunk contest 2000. Over.
It's over.
It's
He
over.
said,
What's going
it's
on?
over. Let's
It's
go home.
over. And here's why I say this: there's a key factor that people ain't factored into the equation as to why Rondo bought in. One, you got
Bro.
LeBron James on the team, man. I
Yeah.
mean, say what you want about LeBron. LeBron is definitely a proven leader, man. I mean, he's just from the cerebral standpoint, LeBron's a proven leader. And secondly, and the biggest factor, if you ask me, he had a real close relationship with Anthony Davis, bro. Because Rondo wanted out when they first got there, but AD talked him into signing that 1 year deal to come back, and boom, translate to a championship. So you
Yes,
already had
sir.
that chemistry there between those two from when they were balling in New Orleans. It's just New Orleans was a train wreck at that point as a franchise.
Yes, sir.
You figure they was getting in the playoffs, couldn't get out of the first round, obviously, but they were at least getting to the playoffs. And Rondo was still putting up 2 points and like 25 assists once every blue moved out there.
Beast,
But
man.
But I don't, man. I know him, bro. I've seen enough of him. I know how he reacts. He sees that mess that's going on with Kawhi